Gemini, hi. So this is going to be a reading for the month of August 2025. And I'll do the reading for you and then I'll close it off with a oracle card. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Gemini. The overall energy for the reading, the Ace of Cups, brand new beginning potentially in a particular direction. Starting off the reading, you get the High Priestess crossed by the Page of Pentacles. You could be learning something new, but it's something you're drawn to. Your intuition is taking you there. You know, it's like you see something, it's like, oh, okay, and then you lean in that direction and you don't even know why, and then it's your intuition kicking in. Okay, so you could have already started something new here. I don't know. In your focus, the moon. You're not telling me what your focus is. You're saying, one, you don't know either. Two, you're keeping it to yourself, or you're trying to. You're not from me necessarily, just from the world. You know, you're kind of like, well, I just started something and I don't really want to talk about it much until I really go with it or something, you know, until it runs. Okay. In the recent past, the Seven of Pentacles, you were working on something there, or trying to. In your strength, the Queen of Wands. Man, you feel more and more confident here. You're showing up, kind of checking yourself out in the mirror and being like, Gemini, you get it going on. I don't know. It feels you're definitely coming through with a sense of confidence here. In the immediate future, the Three of Swords, something a little uncomfortable, a little painful is showing up here. Supporting this reading, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, something's changing for you. Something's changing. I would say in a nice way for now. The energy that surrounds you, and you may not be aware of it, the Judgment card. I feel like you've put a lot of work on yourself in the past, and you've gotten to the point of, at some point, maybe asking, hey, when is this major shift gonna come into my life based on the work I've put on myself? I think you're in it. I think it's here. In the energy of your hopes and fears, the Six of Pentacles. And it's shared. It's whatever you're invested in right now, it's an energy that comes back at you. Even. It's evenly spread here. There's an energy exchange that's nice. For the potential outcome, the Ace of Swords. You're taking some initiative there. You're doing something. Okay. Let's see. Let's clarify. Let's do the Ace of Cups. I like how the reading starts with an ace and ends with an ace. Nice closing circle. For the Ace of Cups, you get the Three of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, you've been waiting for a minute for things to kind of fall into place here. You just didn't know the place. You didn't know how it was going to look like. Well, it's starting to shape up into something. And you're not even there yet with it. I feel like this is just the beginning of it. Okay. Let's do the High Priestess. The Knight of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so whatever this is includes a partnership, which could be someone you're working with on something. It could be a new friendship. I don't know what it is, but it's there. It's by your side. And you're really hanging on to it as if making it part of this experience, which could be. I don't know. Let's do the Page of Pentacles. The Seven of Swords, the Sun, the Death card. Okay. With this one, you're giving me accomplishments and failures. And I have no fucking clue what that means. Accomplishments and failures. And then I see your energy of trying to learn from that. But what the fuck does that mean? And then I see you being hesitant to learn from that. Okay. Accomplishments and failures. There's openness to learn from your accomplishments and failures, and then there's resistance, probably especially looking at the failures part. Let me do the moon in your focus. The Five of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the Two of Cups. That's what you're kind of keeping to yourself? A sense of I'm done. I'm done with something, with someone. I'm done. Okay. Like you're not parading about it. I don't think you're secretive about it, like you're not telling anybody, your friends, or if somebody asks you, I don't think you're going to be like, oh, I don't want to tell you. I don't think, but you're definitely not putting it out there as, hey, you know that thing I was kind of dealing with for who knows how long? Yeah, I'm done with that. You're not going to show up and, say it like that. Okay. I don't think you're intentionally keeping it a secret. I don't know why it's coming through as that. Almost like it's not in your main focus. For the Queen of Wands in your strength, you get the Hermit, the Fool, the Queen of Pentacles. Man, you got it going on. Yeah, you've put a lot of work into yourself and it's starting to show. It's like this is your result, where you end up checking yourself out in the mirror and saying, Gemini, you got this, No, it's more than that, of course. But it's starting to show. It's starting to come on the surface. Whatever healing experience you've gone through. And you're still part of that transformative path here. You're not done. You're not like, okay, I'm done here. Now I'm perfect. And now there's nothing to do anymore. Because, we're just going to live life from this perfect angle. Yeah, no. It just shows. It's starting to show. For the Three of Swords, in the immediate future, you get the Justice card, the Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Cups. Ooh, there's a lack of justice, a lack of... how do I put this? It hurts you. There's an injustice at play that I'm not even sure if you're part of it. I see you watching something and you see that injustice and it hurts you. You might be part of it, though. And this is supposed to come in to teach you the valuable lesson of acceptance. Yeah, you might not like it. Yeah, it may hurt you, but it happened nonetheless, Accepting doesn't mean you have to like what happens. Accepting means it just rained 5 minutes ago. Can I change that? No. So I'm better off accepting that it rained and now the grass is wet, right? Right. Or I can go get a hair blower and try to dry up the grass so that I go against the nature of things. No, I'm better off, okay, it rained. Okay, the grass is wet. I don't like that. I hate it. But it still rained, you know what I mean? So I think that's why this is shown up like this. It's very painful. You take it very, there's definitely a sense of injustice in there. For the Wheel of Fortune and the supportive energies, you get the Eight of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Eight of Cups. I don't think you like something anymore. I think it's something you've been invested in for who knows how long. I don't think your heart is in it anymore. And as I said, I do see a change. It's almost looking like a change of path here. So whatever path you were on, I don't think you're as invested in it as you were. And it could be something that has to do with your material situation. So something around your home, your job, even a project you've been invested in. I don't know, something changed where it's like, I'm not feeling it anymore. Okay. For the Judgment card and the hidden energies, you get the Empress, the Magician, the King of Wands. And not only have you stepped into your power there and it's starting to show, you're attracting quite the matching energy to yours here. Are you seeing that? Is it through that partnership? Maybe. You're attracting it. It's coming right, it's right there in your face, type of a thing. Super matching energies. Okay, I think you're seeing it. I don't think it's so... I think you're not seeing how the work you've done on yourself is starting to be rewarded. That's what you're not seeing. But the actual energy that's right there in front of you, I think you're seeing it. Let's do the Six of Pentacles. Woo! In your hopes and fears, the Temperance card, the Star, the Judgment card. Yeah, it's shown up as, you know, this reward that's coming from the universe for the work you've put into yourself, which is going to show up in all sorts of ways here, but potentially through a partnership of some sort, but with other things included. It's one of those things of, you get to experience it, and as you experience it, you're like, this is something that I never even knew I wanted, but it feels so good, you know? So it kind of feels like that. Things are starting to pop up here for you. Super nice. And it's the universe just bombarding you with good stuff. For the Ace of Swords, in your potential outcome, you get the Five of Cups, the Ten of Wands, the Seven of Cups. Yeah, remember this, where you said, I'm done? In your focus here, I'm done with that situation. There's still stuff to be addressed that it's quite difficult, but you're doing it. And that leaves you more and more exposed to the energy of moving on completely from whatever this is. So there's still stuff in there. Quite some heavy stuff. You know, not easy to go through. But you're right there with it. You're like, okay, you know, hard as fuck, but I gotta. Which again, the more you go at those things, the more of a clear path you make in this energy of moving on completely from whatever this is. So there's still some healing going on. There's still quite the transformational energies. You're in the stretch of receiving the reward for, you know, the work you've done on yourself, basically. Because the universe loves that. It's always going to reward us. We're just so caught up in when things go shitty to be like, what a reward. Where is it? But when it comes back, we don't really recognize it. We're like, I just feel good, man. You know, finally, I feel so good. Yeah, well, yeah, there's a reason for that. So, okay. Let me see what the universe has as a final advice for you. The Queen of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles. Definitely feeling, you would feel all of these energies more like this, like in the physical and the material. You would feel more confident. You would trust yourself a little more. There's still some, you know, little sensors there that say, no. But it's not a lot. For the most part, you're showing up super strong, super independent, super balanced. Very clear-minded, and just with the sense of, I got this, you know, which ultimately, that's what it comes down to. So there's beautiful energies behind that. If you want to take this more from a realistic perspective, you would feel all of these things, like very strong. But behind the scenes, from an energetic standpoint, there's a fucking magical show in there of energies like no tomorrow for you, so... Good job, you deserve it. But let's do the Sacred Traveler Oracle. Wise leader, you are a beacon for others. With those energies, fuck yeah. Let's see. Okay. Card meaning, you are a leader. You carry a wisdom and radiance that inspires others. Even if you're not always aware of the depth of wisdom within you, it's emerging by leaps and bounds. This is a time to step into your power and take a role of leadership. You're ready. Grab the reins. Make decisions. It's okay if you're not 100% sure. Make decisions anyway. It's what a leader does. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know, on the journey, it's easy to tell who the leaders are. They have an inner grace and strength that glows from within. Others travel on the pathways that the leaders have created. The wise leader holds up the flame as a torch for others in the darkest night, but the leader also listens to the beat of their own drum. Grab the reins of life on your terms. Don't live to please and appease others to the detriment of your own needs. This is not what a leader does. Live without regrets. I think you are. I think you're doing it. But anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.